What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and want stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the debut album from the band Thætas, entitled To Absurdity. This is released on Maggot Stomp. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of New York City, New York, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very traditional, technical, unorthodox style of death metal. Yeah. My first introduction to this band was their self-titled 2016 demo. I got it as a freebie from an order I placed with the label known as P2 sometime early last year. And upon listening to that demo, I was really fascinated and taken aback by how unique and original this stuff was. Pretty much super guttural vocals, really wild and technical riffs, very unorthodox songwriting and musicianship. I was incredibly impressed by what I've heard of it. And then, of course, this band also did a split with another really top-notch, up-and-coming New York band called the Hagenti. Some really good stuff as far as that stuff was concerned. But then when I found out that they were going to be putting out their debut full-length, I was very interested and intrigued to see what they were going to continue to do and what kind of directions they were going to keep on following with. And now here we are with that said debut full-length entitled To Absurdity. It's 9 tracks, and it clocks in at around 31 minutes in length, and this pretty much is an amalgamation of everything this band has done from then up until now at this point. And I really think a band like Thætas is very much needed and necessary in today's landscape of extreme music, because not only does this band have a boatload of strength and originality going for them, they also put together a very brutal piece of technical and original death metal going on here with this album. This is a very awesome breath of fresh air within underground death metal, and I'm hopeful that more stuff from this band and bands like this can follow soon and go forward. Like I said, musically, this is some very complex and intriguing stuff. I love how technical the guitar playing is. There's a lot of really awesome guitar playing, some strong riffs, some great technicality, a lot of weird riffs and chords to be thrown at you in places you don't really see and expect coming. I mean, you hear it on the first couple of tracks like All Consuming Dread and Blood Distillery. The title track is another really top-notch example, and then you have songs like Disassociated, and then the closing track of this album with Greenhaven. That's the longest track on here, but I definitely think you get the most out of this band's guitar playing efforts. It's really special. I love the riffs, I love the creativity, and I just love how wild and weird everything sounds. The bass work on here is very good too, very clear, very crystal, very audible, and very well executed. I love how this bass tone sounds. The drumming on here is very good too. I love the spasticness of the drums. I like the fact that it can go from being really technical and fast-paced to more progressive and mid-paced at times. I just love this drum performance. It's very strong and all over the place, and I love the fact that it fits in with this band's original and unorthodox sort of sounds. And when it comes to the vocals, that's another thing I really like about this band is the vocal style. It's very weird. It's very nasty. I love the gutturals. I love the articulation in the vocals. I love the high-pitched screams and wails. I almost get a little bit of a Danny Nelson Malignancy vibe going on here with these vocals, which I think is really nice. And I definitely think that these vocals weave a very strong story to be told, especially for what's going on with this album. I definitely appreciate this vocal performance a lot. So overall, this is an incredibly impressive debut. definitely something original, something unique. And if you have heard this band's previous 7-inch work, if you're into what this band has been putting out, I really think you're going to enjoy this debut album. There's some big things to come from them in the future, and I can't wait to see what they are. So, if I do think of any personal favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say A Consuming Dread, Blood Distillery, Dearth is another good one. Envy the Stillborn is another really top-notch song, and the closing track, Green Haven. It's the longest song on here at about 8 minutes, worth every single solitary minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Maggot Stomp Bandcamp page where you can listen to this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it by digitally, and it is available physically currently as a CD. There will also be cassette tape and vinyl versions available whenever the label announces it, so keep an eye and ear out for that. So again, the album is Shrines to Absurdity by Thætas, and by the way, I apologize if I say the band name incorrectly. This is released on Maggot Stomp. Definitely check this one out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very solid 8.5 out of 10. Very impressive, unorthodox, original, unique death metal. So if you've happened to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it, or any of you guys into Thætas, definitely let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, Army Ho out.